Alright, let's talk about why the Oakland Athletics just made a move that's way more interesting than it seems. So, they designated a pitcher named Chen Zhong-Ao Zhuang for assignment, which basically means they're either going to trade him, release him, or stick him on waivers. But here's the thing. This isn't just another random roster shuffle. This move reveals something bigger about how MLB teams are treating international prospects these days. Let me break it down. First off, Chen was a big deal when he signed with the A's in 2023. A 19-year-old right-hander from China with a fastball that touches 98? That's rare. The hype was real. But now, 3 years later, they're cutting bait. And I can't help but wonder, did they rush him? Because here's the pattern I'm seeing. Teams are signing these young, raw international arms earlier than ever, but they're also giving up on them faster if they don't pan out immediately. It's like they're treating prospects like disposable assets. In my opinion, that's a problem. Developing talent takes time, especially for pitchers. But hey, maybe the A's just don't have time to wait. Meanwhile, they're promoting Jonathan Ornelas, a 24-year-old infielder. Now, Ornelas has been bouncing between AAA and the majors for 2 years. Is this another call-up for depth move, or are they actually buying into his potential? What's fascinating here is how the A's are balancing their roster between short-term needs and long-term building. They're not contending this year, so why not give Ornelas another shot? But then, they option Colby Thomas, an outfielder who's shown flashes of power. Wait, is this a sign they're giving up on Thomas, or just making room for younger guys? Personally, I think Thomas is a victim of the numbers game. The A's have a bunch of outfielders in the pipeline, and they're prioritizing upside over what's already here. But let's circle back to Chen. His DFA feels like a microcosm of a bigger issue in baseball. Teams are doubling down on analytics and projectable arms, but when they fail to develop, the player gets discarded while the team shrugs and says, "Next." What many people don't realize is how much pressure this puts on young pitchers from outside the U.S. They're not just dealing with the grind of development, they're doing it under a microscope, thousands of miles from home. And if Chen ends up on waivers, where does he go? A rebuilding team? A foreign league? This isn't just about baseball, it's about careers and livelihoods. Here's the deeper angle. The A's are in a weird spot. They're not all in on rebuilding, but they're not trying to win now either. This move reflects that identity crisis. Promoting Ornelas gives them a cheap, controllable player who might contribute. Cutting Chen saves a 40-man roster spot for, what? Another prospect? A trade deadline pickup? It's all so transactional. And honestly, that's the new normal in MLB. Teams are treating their rosters like stock portfolios, buying low, selling high, and cutting losers fast. But at what cost? If you're a fan, does this make you excited or just exhausted? So here's my closing thought. Chen's DFA isn't just about one player. It's a symptom of how baseball values, or doesn't value, young talent from abroad. And as for the A's, they're playing chess with pawns, but I'm not sure anyone's winning here. What do you think? Should teams be more patient with international prospects, or is this just the cold reality of modern baseball? Let me know in the comments.